And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to the Orc Olympics! Alright, well, this is like one of those names that I guess is to be expected. It's from Brain Games. It's a little card drafting game in which you're trying to win the Olympics because you're trying to be the orc who is the best at wrestling donkeys, to be the best at playing chess, to be the best at table flipping and things like that. Yeah, but it's a really short, quick card drafting game, and it plays like this. So you're going to set up the Olympics here basically by drawing some random events. So there's a lot of two-sided cards here. Table flipping. I have that table flipping in my competition here. Anyhow, you have these different events, and you're going to pick some randomly. You're going to put them from lowest to highest, and then the ones you don't use will go in here as second place cards. And then there's one mega event that you'll choose at the end, and a secondary card there that is worth 4 points. And so the winner of each competition is going to get that many points, and second place will get 2 or 4 in the final competition. You're going to be doing that by using various different people here who look like they're chibis or what have you. And so you have your humans here who are 1 in every event. You have your elves who are 4 and 2 but 0 in strength. I think those are elves or ninjas. These are elves, also not very good at strength. But then the goblins, so you can see the different races are different and the different strengths. The number up in the top corner here of dots basically shows how powerful they are. So the djinns here are kind of powerful at some of the things. But there's also fewer of them in the deck when they're very powerful. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to shuffle all these cards and you're going to deal 8 to each player. And each player is going to look at the 8 that they got, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to look out there and say, well, definitely this dexterity is useful. I'm going to probably take her. You take one and pass them around, and you're just going to keep drafting. Now, right before the game starts, you'll have 8 characters, and you look, and you're only allowed to keep 3 races total. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep both my ninjas. And I'm definitely going to keep my elves here, so that's 5. But I can only keep 1 race. I'll keep this orc here, so I can't keep these 2. So you might sit there and go, why would you ever draft a human? Well, for one thing, they're 1 in every skill, but there's a lot of humans and no one else might be drafting them, so you might be able to keep all 8 of your cards. We then start the first competition. This competition is a strength competition. On your turn, you will enter the competition or you will pass. So if to enter this, I might say, all right, I'm going to play this orc in front of me. He's a 4 strength. Boom. I instantly take this trophy because I'm winning. So then the next person, they'll play a human who's only a 1. They take the second place trophy. The next person passes. The next person plays a goblin, but that's not enough. Oh, they take second position away from this person. It comes back to me. I pass. And then we come back to this person, and they decide that they're going to play another card. So maybe they'll play a dwarf here. Well, now they're going to be in first place. And we keep going around the table until everyone has passed and or just, they've won the game, right? So everyone's passed. So at that point, whoever has a gold trophy takes the first card. Whoever has a silver trophy takes the second card. Every card that has been put out, though, they're tired, and you're not going to be able to use them in future competitions. Anybody who did not get a trophy is going to be able to take back one of their resting people in their hand. So you might deliberately not even get involved so that you can draw one of your previously played cards back. So then you just go to the next round, go all the way down, and after all the cards are done, you just add up their points, and whoever has the most points is the winner. This is the main event, but it basically plays out the same as the rest of them. That's how you play. The rules are very short, easy to understand. There's a couple variants, which are keep the events random or play multiple games, big deal. It's not really a variant. The artwork on the cards, I don't know, it's a little creepy maybe. I find it okay. But I mean, it does easily differentiate them, but after a while you don't care about the artwork, you're simply looking at these stats that are there. The cards themselves are nice quality, good quality, all the cards. I really like the art of these. Like, I like that table flipping. I don't know why it just cracks me up to see an orc here sitting and playing a board game. I kind of wish they had titled the competitions too, like Board Game Challenge, or, you know, I'm not always sure what's happening. Like, what's happening here? Is he trying to get out of a maze, or who knows what's happening? But nah, I'm really, there's no complaints to be made here. And the artwork, you're going to like it or not, but the quality of the game is fine. This game amused me, actually. It's not a complex game. It's a game that you probably are going to need to play twice, because when you're first drafting, you're like, I'm really not sure what I'm drafting. All right, I'll take these. They look good stats. And then you play and you're like, oh, okay. I should have been thinking more about what events were out there and what I was going to bid, because you can't take all the events, which is good. This is a good thing about the game. You can't win all the events that are in the game, but you can win more of them than other people, or maybe even come in second. But every time you play, if I play a whole bunch of cards, I can guarantee me winning an event, but then I might not be able to win anything else. I have to lose several events to slowly put the cards back in my hand. And then there's that last event, which, you know, is not, there's 6-point events. If the last point's 7, it's not that big of a deal, but again, it could swing the game in your favor. It's a fast game. You're taking cards, draft, 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 draft. Now we play event, play event, play event, and you do that several times and it's over. Not complex. You're going to, at many events, like I said, you're just going to sit out. And so it's kind of this give and take. When am I going to jump in? With more players, you're going to win fewer events, so you need to take that into account. It's a filler, essentially. It's the kind of game you're like, hey, Bob hasn't shown up yet for our game night. Let's play this while we're waiting. And I think it works really well. There are other drafting games, and there are games where you're playing cards to win things, but this does it in a nice way, and it's a funny theme. It's the Orc Olympics. Come on, I'd watch the Orc Olympics, wouldn't you? So I like the artwork of the Olympic cards. The chibis are still a little disturbing to me, but it just has a nice feel to it, and one that I enjoy playing. Dice Tower Judgment approved!